Hello, Angel.
Hi.
You've been in this game for about 10 years. 10. I'm sorry. Hello, Angel. You have this is your rookie season.
Yeah.
And it's been about 10 games, okay?
Yeah.
And let's talk about defense and rebounding.
Yeah.
To be a great rebounder, you have to be a student of the game and have lots of energy. What do you feel you need to become a great rebounder in the WNBA for years to come?
Yeah. For me, it's kind of a good and a bad thing for me because when I go up for layups, I know I can get my rebound before looking at the basket and making sure I make the shot before I get the rebound. So for me, I'm hard on myself. I'm trying to be more efficient around the basket, but I know if I don't make the layup or if my teammates don't make a shot, I'm going to go try to get a second effort to get another attempt for us. I think this is what the team needed for me. They needed me to step into that role and come in and just rebound and play defense and bring a lot of energy. So coming into the league, I knew that was going to translate, and then everything else just comes as the games flow.
One other thing, was there anything this season that you expected and didn't expect, or like there was any like disappointments and like, wow, this just happened this year, and I always knew that this was going to come, or what did you expect? Were there any surprises or anything you really liked?
Not really. I mean, I'm just happy to be here. I mean, the competition level is what I've always wanted, and being able to come from college into another league where this is like the highest level, and I've always wanted to be and play with the best. And I'm playing with the best. My teammates, some of the best players in the world. So just being able to have this opportunity is honestly a blessing. So I'm just super grateful to be here.
Angel, you talked pregame about wanting to be a complete player in this league, wanting to be a big guard. And we saw the one play, you get the steal, you sprint the floor,
Yeah.
At the and one. Can you just walk us through that moment and then the celebration underneath?
Honestly, just trying to build my confidence again. Just being able to be a kind of a stretch four and letting my defense come to my offense. I haven't been efficient yet, and I'm still super hard on myself about that. And I try to let my defense bring the team together and just kind of get us amped up. So that steal was huge, obviously, on Aaliyah, because me and Aaliyah are great rookies. So being able to get that steal and then finish it on the other end, I think that brought a lot of energy. And, of course, being back home, I think the crowd got hyped up too. So just being in the moment and just having so much excitement because I'm just excited and I love energy.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot to you about the fans that you were going to have in attendance. We saw you going around giving hugs to everybody that were here. But to be able to do that and then also have a great game like you had, a complete game, I guess what's the value in being able to show up for them like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it was complete because I wasn't that efficient, but being able to just get the win is all that's important. And then I think so many players for us stepped up tonight. Izzy, Kennedy, Lindsay, being able to know like when your name is called and having teammates that will have your back through anything, obviously. So I love my team. I love being here in Chicago. Obviously, being able to come home and have a turnout how we did tonight was great. And obviously just going back home with the win is always good going into it.
Left, third row.
This kind of says just for you. One, you've been working your way back after an injury that you last year, and tonight you have kind of your breakout game of the season, so to speak. And then two, the crowd for an away game seemed pretty pro Chicago. Could you describe just what the game was like once you got in, and then if you registered that energy from the crowd as it was going on?
Yeah, for sure. The crowd, it definitely felt like another home game because obviously they came and showed out. But I knew just watching the game before I even got in, I was just assessing and trying to see what we needed when I got in there. And whenever I got in, I didn't hesitate to do it. I think there was a sense of energy that I wanted to bring to the people that are out there, and I could tell they fed off of that. And it always starts with defense. So I wanted to make sure I was efficient on that end and obviously being aggressive on the other side. And obviously coming back from this injury, it's probably been one of the hardest rehabs I've ever had. But I haven't given up. I've been going to work and rehabbing every single day for the past year, and I still continue to do that. But once I get on that floor, I'm not thinking anything but win. And that's exactly what I wanted to do tonight. And obviously the crowd was amazing. The girls stepped up to the plate. You know, the energy was amazing. So I'm glad that we got the win and going back to Chicago.
Angel, I know sometimes between the lines, you get kind of locked in.
Mm-hmm.
But was there a moment where you kind of allowed yourself to kind of recognize like your mom, your brother, Kim's courtside? Was there a moment where you kind of felt like you were looking to anybody in the crowd?
Oh no, I don't look at the crowd. I don't even speak to people before the game usually. I'm locked in, and they know that. My family knows that. My coaches know that because even if I was at LSU, I bet not run over to nobody on the sideline. So just knowing I'm just always focused, and the main thing is the main thing, and that's just being with the team. I don't want to take anything away from that because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for business, and this is my job. So they understand that and they respect that. But after the game, obviously, being able to go around and show love to everybody that came out.
As a follow-up to sort of going off Annie's question, what's that release like when you're able to kind of look around and see all those friendly, great faces?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them have watched me since I was like 4. A lot of them have seen me grow up and grow into the woman I am right now and today and continue to grow into. And it's a blessing. It's surreal for me. And I don't really know how to put it into words because I always imagined being in this moment, but I didn't imagine it to be this just graceful. Like I just happy to be here. I mean, I try to give myself grace sometimes about just being in the moment and just having fun and to soak it everything in. And I don't really have a lot of time for that because everything is moving so fast for me. But tonight kind of gave me a feeling like I've done everything and done things that I've wanted to do in life. And obviously just being able to continue to grow and have my family in the crowd and watching me it's a great feeling.
Thanks. Angel, Jonathan Tannehill, Philadelphia Inquirer. I know this could be another question about the crowd. So,
Mhm.
some athletes will, as you sort of said, block it out.
Yeah.
Some will let themselves take it in. For you philosophically, where do you fall on that? Is a night like this any different?
Yeah, I don't acknowledge like the crowd, specifically one person or 2 people. I mean, obviously, I try to speak to the kids when they yell in my name as best as I can because they'll yell 5 times and want me to speak all 5 times. So I try to stay focused as best as I can, but obviously the energy when we score, when we get a defensive stop, when we get a clean block, like things like that within the game kind of gets us all amped up, obviously. Being able to get those assists, like I dropped that assist to Kennedy, like that got me fueled up and going into that and forcing them to call a timeout, like stuff like that gets me going. So not specifically like pointing out in the crowd, but the energy obviously in the arena obviously I feel like it gets all out of us going, especially on the road. You don't really get turnouts like this, seeing Chicago style on all these people's shirts. So it's cool.
Hey ladies, Rob Knox next. This is for both of you. Can you just describe the last basically 24 hours? Obviously, a lot of attention last night to what happened, and then you all were able to come out and again, as you said earlier, keep the main thing, get the win. So first part is that just describe that, and the second part is how challenging is it moving forward as far as just security in general, for not just you all personally, but just the league.
I'll answer that. We handled things very well. Our security was there to take care of our young ladies the way that they've been taking care of us. We didn't focus in on that. We focused in on what we have to do, what we came here to do, and that was the deal about that. We're looking forward to everything being better as we continue to move forward in this game. But we never focused in on that. We dialed in on ourselves.
Congrats, ladies, on your victory tonight. This is a question for any one of y'all. Can y'all take us through that third quarter stretch where y'all really kind of took over the game and really swung things in your momentum to really carry that momentum into the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the energy from the bench, being able to have Izzy coming back and watching her rehab every day. She's a vet. Just being able to see her work hard. And I told her, like, remind people who you are. Like, I ain't forgot who you are. I watched you when I was in college, and being able to see you even when you was at Tennessee. Like, I'm happy. I love a comeback story. Being able to see Izzy come back out there, Kennedy's story, being able to have her come out there, and then Lindsay coming out there too. I think it was just, our team has so many stories with us, and I think that we carry that on our shoulders and come out every day and fight. I know it takes us sometimes the first half to get us going, or all the way to the fourth quarter, the last 5 minutes sometimes. But I think this team is just, we come together at the right time, even though sometimes it's not the right time and coach has to get on us. But I'm super proud of our girls. I think everybody coming together and knowing when their name is called, everybody just comes and steps up to the plate.
Hey ladies, congrats on the win. Welcome to Washington, D.C. At this point in the season where we are, so many new fans to the WNBA. How would you all describe the identity of the Chicago Sky with all the talk right now that's happening, with how the W is, again, for new fans entering women's basketball? How would you like to be known as Sky Town, new players, coach? How would you like people to know the Chicago Sky at this point in the season right now?
Well, I'll answer for our girls. And it's affectionately when I say girls, because they're like my babies. So it's affectionate when I say that. No disrespect at all, because they are women, grown women. But to me, they're my babies. The question you're asking is pretty deep about who we are. We're incredible young women, great people. Before we talk about basketball, they're great people. They're loving, they're kind, they're caring. They want to give their time. They understand the magnitude of this job. They understand that they have to be about people, be about community, be about loving and caring about those, because little eyes are upon them. So they're sharing their experience. That's why they talk about their stories. The stories are huge. So they wanted to share that to make sure that everybody knows that you can do it too. That's what these young ladies are about, is you can do it too. We are that kind of team, a culture that we build, a culture we stand on.
Final question.
Angel, just curious, what Kim, if she had anything to say about Kim.
She just said she's super proud of me. You don't see her at many WNBA games, so I'm a little special to her. And being able to see Dee tonight too, just being able to have your coach, just watching me grow from 2 years, won a national championship together, and then it was tough for me obviously to leave LSU, but she talked to Teaspoon, and she trusted Teaspoon with me, and knows it's the same. She expects a lot out of me and continues to expect a lot out of me. She said I could be better, obviously, around the basket too. But I'm just happy. She loves me, supports me, and I want people to realize, off the court, Kim Mulkey loves you off the court too, and she'll support you no matter what. And she's like a mother to me. She calls me still. She checks in on me, making sure I'm good. Checks on my family. Calls my grandma. It's a relationship that a lot of people obviously fail to realize and don't see. So I love Coach Mulkey and I love Kim Mulkey, and go Tigers.
Not too much.
Go Tigers. Thank you guys.
Oh, great job, ladies.
Y'all good?
Great job. We'll shower up so we go. Awesome job. Good luck.
Hey, Coach.
Oh, that's expensive camera.
$10,000 right there.
Ooh.
Coach, you just had Chicago State of Mind Sports. Angel had another double-double this game. What makes her so effective on the boards, especially offensively?
It's a knack. She knows when the ball goes up, she's already positioning herself to get an offensive rebound, offensive putback. It's huge for us to get those second chance opportunities that she gets for us, but it's the ability to, when the ball goes up, to get herself positioned to have an opportunity to get an offensive putback.
And then Isabelle Harrison had a big third quarter. Can you just speak to her importance as she returns to 100%?
When her name was called, she came in and gave us the energy, sparked us offensively. She was aggressive defensively and rebounding the ball. So all those things we needed at the time gave us that necessary energy to get us going. And as she continues to rehab and she continues to get stronger, we're only going to be a better basketball team.
In this year, where so much has grown, and obviously the attention to the television rating, the attendance, everything about it. Tonight was an example because the game got moved downtown to the larger arena. What to you, for as much as you've seen of the sport at the time, what feels different to you about this year and bigger?
Well, for me, it's basketball. Because when I was playing in Madison Square Garden, it was packed. It was a loaded gym. So when I walk in here and I see that, even when I came here and I was playing in this gym here, this arena against the Mystics, it was packed. So when you come in here and you see it again, it's like, yeah, it's a great feeling, because this is what you wanted to do. You want the game to grow. You want more eyes upon you to watch how elite these women are, how talented they are, and how good they are as people. You want people to see that and recognize that and watch it and have fun watching them. Thank you.
What was your message to the team at halftime that got them kind of back on track? coming out with that 25-6 run, I believe it was in the third quarter.
Wish I could share some of those words, but probably not the right thing to share. But the most important thing was we have to have better energy. Our effort must be better, offensively and defensively. The execution offensively wasn't there. Our schemes defensively was not there. And it takes a lot of energy and effort to do that. And we had to have that. And that was the message. Either you do or you don't. There's no in between. Find it. That was the message.
And then we obviously saw Elizabeth didn't come back in the game, and it didn't seem like there was any major play that happened. So I'm just curious, was that, what that injury exactly was, when it was sustained in the game?
We're trying to figure it out too. I had a conversation with Will, and it's more like a dang to me, like dang it, she's having an incredible season. But we're going to stay positive with everything. We'll find out a little bit more tomorrow. She couldn't really pinpoint when it happened, but she just felt like she came down wrong. Hey.
How was it for you tonight, just in particular, watching Angel in her element, but here with all these fans so close to home, with the family and crowd?
It's always incredible when you come home and you have your family there watching. It's nothing like playing in front of family, and you want to give your best effort. And it has more meaning than what you can ever imagine when you have family there and you want to perform the way that they know you can perform. And then for them to see you doing it with your teammates that you love so very much. So it means a lot. And if you take a look at her shoes tonight, her shoes are very special. For me, to see that, it says a lot about how much she loves Baltimore and how much she loves those young people there, to send a message to them that she supports them. She's one of them, and she wants them to have the very best and to trust and believe that they can, just like she's doing.
Third row on your left.
Coach Teresa Weatherspoon. The injury that you will, it seemed like it kind of forced you to adjust your rotations a bit, and you're able to bring Kaiser into the game, and you talked about playing inside out. But the last few games you haven't been able to get that many three-point shot attempts. Was it just an adjustment in rotations, an adjustment in scheme?
Energy. He needs some energy, man. And Kaiser came in with a lot of energy. When her name was called, Kaiser came out and performed. She did all the little things correct, details. She's a player of details. And on the defensive end, she was always in the right spot to make sure that she was there to be able to help. And then offensively, of course, she's always a threat. Those shots that she takes, we're more than happy that she takes them because we believe they'll go in.
As you kind of figure out the rotations, is that something that you're looking to get more time to open?
We'll see.
Hi, I'm Isabelle Larry, Sports Illustrated. For Kennedy to continue to provide this kind of production, how powerful is it to have her coming off the bench? And how do you think about her role with her doing all she's doing?
She's accepted her role, and that's the most important thing. And when you look back at basketball and you think about how good your bench is, you're only as good as they're going to be. And with what she brings off the bench, the energy, the effort, enthusiasm, the defense, the scoring, the rebounding, the fire, that's a lot coming off that bench. To me, she's a Sixth Woman of the Year already. And she's playing just freely. She's playing freely. She's very comfortable out there being who she is. And I've had so many people that ask me, who does she remind me of? She reminds me of Kennedy Carter.
Any more questions? One last one from Andy.
I know she provides such a great spark coming off the bench, but is there a day you could envision her being integrated into that starting lineup and bringing it there?
This is exactly where we want her right now.
Thank you, Coach.
I appreciate you all so much. Get home safe. God bless.